All right, sorry everybody. I did not know my mic was on mute. I do apologize. I do apologize. I knew it was on mute. I didn't even realize that till now. I think we should be straight now. All right, fantastic. All right, Demon Server. Hey, what's up, bro? What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now you can hear me. Like it. Like it. All right. So we're gonna start off today. Obviously, I know we're gonna start with a scripture real quick. So we're gonna be coming from Proverbs 27. We're gonna be coming from verse 17. It's iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. That is our verse of the day right there. So if you got friends, encourage them to do better. Encourage them to push themselves and keep going, not just in worldly things, but to keep going in Christ as well. And if they don't know, you should definitely tell them about, the Lord and Savior Jesus. And it's very important, especially in days and times like this. We're getting closer to the end of time, pretty much. Time is winding up. You can look around and see things going bad, so it's definitely important to spread the word. So that's what I wanted to get off, and that's what was on my heart today. So that's what I wanted to relay to y'all. So we're already here, guys. The NBA trade deadline, we got until 3 o'clock, and then that is basically the end of everything. So Demon Server, hey, I'm glad you're doing good, bro. I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good myself, man. Doing pretty good. Very blessed. So today we're gonna start off with a trade that just happened 35 minutes ago. Jose Alvarado to the freaking, what is this? The Knicks? Yeah, to the Knicks. Wow. All right. So Dalen Terry, this happened earlier today. Dalen Terry got traded to the Knicks before this. Now he's on the Pelicans. For the Knicks to get somebody in Jose Alvarado, honestly, is not bad. As to their depth, they get a defensive point guard. That's going to help them out going forward. Dalen Terry to the Pelicans, it's all right. I mean, let's be real. I mean, I don't think anybody's like hyped as freak. They also get what, second round picks? Yeah, two second round picks in cash going to the Pelicans. So it's not too bad. But yeah, so that's what I think about that one, or that trade. Right there. I need to go to Shams. Hold on. Oh yes. What is this? Boston are trading, Chris Boucher to the Utah Jazz. That one's okay. I see Utah. I mean, they're gearing up to be a contending team next year. They're going to be definitely scary, especially getting Triple J. That's going to be freaking crazy going forward. And then what's the next one we got here? Yeah, so this is I'm finna get pissed because over the last week the Bucks have been, focused on incoming calls about Giannis Antetokounmpo and canvassing the NBA for small salary trades. Milwaukee remains in talks to complete potentially more of the ladder here on the deadline day. What I'm hearing is not a lot of stuff is going to go down. I'm going to just keep it a stack. Giannis is probably going to stay a buck for right now until the offseason. I can't lie. Which then gets us into this trade where Milwaukee sends Cole Anthony and Amir Coffey to the Phoenix Suns, and Nick Richards and what is that? Nigel Hayes Davis. I don't even know who that is. I'm not even going to hold y'all, bro, but they're on the Milwaukee Bucks now. Nick Richards, W, honestly. Good center. That's good for them. Phoenix get another guard in Cole Anthony. That's going to be fire, and also Amir Coffey, and that's good for them. Let's see what's next here. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay, so the Lakers did trade Gabe Vincent. I did see this. They did trade Gabe Vincent and a 2023 second round pick to the Atlanta Hawks for Luke Kennard. Wow. I mean, the Lakers get better with the shooting. Defensively, they're going to need some help as well, so they might make some calls in the next 2 hours possibly to make something happen, but we'll see what, goes on with them. Like even this season, let's see how they're doing. I think they're sixth. They're 30-19 right now. So Getting Luke Kennard, another sharpshooter, to add alongside, Luka and AR and LeBron isn't bad at all, and it's pretty good in my opinion, honestly, for them. Gabe Vincent going to the Hawks. They might. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with him, honestly. They might just like buy him out and just like send him to the freaking free agency, I guess. I don't know. But we'll see what happens with them. Now, this right here is one I'm trying to talk about right now. Minnesota traded Rob Dillingham, Leonard Miller, and 4 second-round picks to Chicago for Ayo Dosunmu and Julian Phillips. Now, this right here, bro. I mean, seeing Rob Dillingham go somewhere else, I'm surprised. Actually, no, I'm not. I take that back. I'm not surprised at all. He didn't get a lot of minutes here in Minnesota. We can go and look at his minutes right now, actually, while I'm talking. 9 minutes. He had 11 last year. He's only averaging 4 points this year. Shooting okay from 3, but he's shooting like 1 less attempt a game, and is shooting 33% from the field. So, kind of like he's not doing that well or that great right now. So we'll see what happens with him on the Bulls. Will he get more minutes? Will they send him to the G League? Who knows? I really don't know what's going to happen with Rob here. Leonard Miller, though, is pretty good. Where's he at here? Here we go. 6'10", has some size to him. Only 22 years old, so he does have some potential for growth. He didn't really get a lot of minutes here in Minnesota, of course, but 2 points per game here. Averaged about a turnover a game. That kind of sucks, but got about a rebound a night and not really a steal, but it was all right. Doesn't really shoot the 3 ball that well, but hey, he's going to have to work on that going forward. But Ayo Dosunmu going to the Timberwolves is going to be fire. 6 people, I'm the only one talking. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I appreciate you talking in the chat. I mean, because it's how it be. I guess we got to be live for a minute to get some more chatters in here, but yeah. So Demon Server, let me ask you a question, bro. So who's your favorite NBA team? Let me ask you that, real quick. Get some more chatting going on in here. Where the frick was I going? Oh, the Bulls. My fault. Dang, I was the Bulls. I apologize. All right, so Ayo Dosunmu this year has been doing really, really well, honestly. 15 points a game. He's shooting 45% from 3 and shooting 51% from the field. So him pairing up with Ant in the backcourt is going to be fire. I don't know if they're going to start him, though, because obviously they have Dante DiVincenzo at the point, apparently. He's been playing that for the, past like 30-something games. So, hold on, let me see. Minnesota. And they're 5th. They're 32-20. And they did win against Toronto. They did come back, though, because that game was pretty good last night. And, yeah, that was a great game last night. Let me see here. Where's Dante at? Yeah, Dante. Yeah, Dante started every game at the point guard position pretty much. But it kind of gets the ball out of Anthony Edwards' hands. He can kind of, rely on somebody else like that. Hopefully Dosunmu can keep this up, though, and keep up his play like this and continue to do well. But I do like this for the Timberwolves. Definitely an A+ for them because they do need somebody that can handle the rock. And Ayo can really grow into his own here going forward with Minnesota here. I don't know what his contract looks like. I do need to check that out real quick. He's 26 years old, so he does have room for growth still, like I said. Let me see here. The Bulls at... Where are the Bulls at? Okay, see, they update their stuff fast. He's not even on here anymore. Yeah, he's gone. Okay, let me go ahead and change that then. We're going over to Minnesota. And I'll just all right. Yeah, so he's got 1 year left. So he's on expiring deal. So I mean, if they want to bring him back, they can. Wouldn't be the worst idea. And I will just see how it goes. If it doesn't go anywhere, I wouldn't sign him. I wouldn't throw him any money. I wouldn't throw him any cash at all. I just let him go. Honestly, in my opinion here. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this one. Y'all know I'm a Golden State fan or a Curry fan. I'll say that. And this trade right here pissed me off. Ooh, let's go ahead and hear it.
Breaking news. Let's dispense with the pleasantries, Shams. What do you got?
Deloitte, sources tell me the Warriors have traded Jonathan Kuminga and Buddy Hield for a new center, Kristaps Porzingis from the Atlanta Hawks. So after 4+ seasons in the Bay, after being a lottery pick with the Warriors, they have traded away Jonathan Kuminga. His run in Golden State is over, and the Warriors, listen, they were simply ready to move on from him. They get a high upside big man. If Kristaps Porzingis can be on the floor, they're excited about him. They had targeted him for the last few months, and keynote, they were actually teammates. Kristaps Porzingis and Al Horford back in Boston when the Celtics won a championship a couple of years ago, and Kuminga likewise has a lot of fans in that Hawks organization. They feel like there's a legitimate role for him under Quinn Snyder to really develop his game. He's still so young in his NBA career, but Jonathan Kuminga, his tenure's over. This guy right here is now going to be a Warrior.
Okay, so now everyone wants to tip a domino here. What does that mean for Giannis? The Warriors have been in the mix to try to get him. Does that close the door on that trade or no?
The Warriors' pursuit of Giannis Antetokounmpo after a week is over. They have moved on clearly with these moves, but my understanding is the Warriors made a pick-heavy offer last week, continued to have conversations going into this week with the Bucks, but they came to the belief over the last 24 hours, the Warriors did, that the Bucks were not going to be moving their two-time MVP at this trade deadline. We'll see if that holds true over the next 24 hours, but they decided they were going to move forward here. They've also traded Trace Jackson Davis to the Toronto Raptors for a 2026 Lakers second-round pick.
They have not traded Draymond yet. Does that mean he's safe?
Draymond Green, if there was a trade he was going to be a part of, it was going to be the Giannis trade. They have no other conversations with Giannis right now.
Okay, there you go.
All right, so, what's up, John? How you doing, bro? Glad you joined, bro. Hopefully you're having a blessed day. We're just over here chatting it up about the trades right now. My favorite team is Denver Nuggets. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about them in a minute for sure. But I mean, just I don't know, man. Just seeing like Kuminga gone. I mean, it was gonna happen. It was inevitable, honestly, inevitable. But getting Kristaps, I didn't expect getting him at all. I didn't even think he was on Golden State's mind, in my honest opinion. I mean, we're 8th in the West. We're 27-4 or 27-24. We freaking got blown out against Philly, just freaking obliterated. And that's good, man. I'm glad you're doing well. Bro. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about this. Let me see real quick. Porzingis, man. I mean, because like we didn't really get to see a lot of him in Atlanta. Him and Trey didn't really play a lot together because of the injuries. He's only played 17 games, started 12, played 24 minutes. I mean, he did average 17 a game and shot 36% from 3 and 56% from the field off of 12 attempts a night. So that's not bad. But like, it's if he's going to stay healthy. Curry has never played with a center like this before. If Porzingis stays healthy, this could be dangerous. This could be like insane, really. If he could stay healthy, if he could stay well here. But we'll see what happens going forward with Golden State with that. The trade is okay. For the Hawks side though, it's kind of like I don't really mess with it because you don't know if Kuminga's gonna really gel well with the team. I mean, I just don't see where he fits in this at all. Like in the lineup at all. Who the two for Golden State? I'm guessing it's gonna have to be Pods. It's gonna have to be Pods. Like I don't know, cause like, Buddy's gone. He's out of here. Yeah, it's gonna have to be either Pods or Moody, and knowing Steve Kerr is gonna be Pods. So I don't know. That's just gonna freaking suck, honestly. But you know what? It's okay. It's fine. I'll have to deal with it anyway. But yeah, for Atlanta, they've been kind of disappointing. 25 and 27. The bright spot is Nickeil Alexander-Walker breaking out this year. He's balling out 20 points a game. Freaking line it up from 3, 38%, 44% from the field. He's doing his thing. I know the Timberwolves do miss his scoring and do miss what he was able to bring to the table in Minnesota. Jalen Johnson, he's doing his thing as well this year, nearly averaging a freaking triple-double. Like, the frick, man. His growth is insane. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they look to get rid of Kuminga soon. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't sound good at all. It freaking sucks, man. I'm sick to my freaking stomach, dude. Like, it's garbage. It's garbage, man. Yeah. I mean, another bright spot, I guess, for Atlanta, you got Buddy Hield. I guess someone that can shoot the three, someone can come off the bench and drop at least 12 a night for you. I don't know. I don't know. Golden State, man, I was hoping we would get Giannis. Maybe that was just the delusional side of me that was speaking right there, but I don't know. It pains my soul to just see that happen. On top of that, then we get rid of freaking TJD. He's going over to the freaking Raptors, and we get a 2026 second-round pick via the Lakers this year. So, I don't know. Oh, yeah, also on top of that, speaking of Dalen Terry earlier, the Knicks did get rid of Yabusele. They sent him to Chicago for Dalen Terry, which we know Dalen Terry is now gone. So, yeah, Trey Murphy would be fun. Yeah, bro. That would be so nice. If he was over here with us, bro, that'd be amazing. That'd be a dream come true. But yeah, TJD gone. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I mean, we do have a three-headed center position at Porzingis, Al Horford, and Quentin Post. So, some light, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, just this don't even look right. To see Kuminga in a Atlanta Hawks jersey, I don't know how to feel about it, man. I really don't. But yeah. Okay, let's get into the next couple trades here. Okay, now some of these I didn't really get to look at for real yesterday because, guys, I got up at 5 a.m. and I didn't get home till like freaking 8:30. 5 a.m. to 8:30, I was doing stuff the whole day. So it was rough. I was tired as freak. I was gonna stream yesterday night, but man, I was too tired, bro. I freaking fell asleep, bro. I really don't see Ja getting traded now. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just don't know. Like I said, the only suitor I can see him going to is Miami. Like, I like him in a Miami Heat jersey. I think he'd fit the culture. That's just me, in my opinion. But I don't know. Oh, Tyus. Yeah, Tyus is gone now. Tyus is on the Charlotte Hornets now. So, something for them. Orlando, man, they've been back and forth really all year. They're 25 and 24. Noted they've been dealing with injuries, and they've been kind of struggling with stuff right now. It's just been an up and down scale for them. Banchero's missed some time this year. He's averaging 22. But yeah, I don't really know how they're going to continue to do this year. Do you guys think that they could try to make a push to get a playoff seed? Or do you guys think they're going to be a play-in team? Let me know that down below. What's your thoughts on that? Just the fact that Miami's better than them this year is kind of crazy. But, yeah. Let's go ahead and keep going down the line here. Let's see. Oh, yes. Okay, the Atlanta Hawks are acquiring Jock Londale from the Utah Jazz for cash considerations. Honestly, that's really good. You lose Porzingis, but you get a guy in Jock Londale, very underrated in my opinion, but dude is able to shoot that ball really well. If I could pull him up real quick. Yeah, bro's getting bounced around like a blunt now. He like San Antonio, Phoenix, Houston, Memphis, Utah. Now he's on Atlanta. So yeah, he's getting passed around, man. But for Memphis this year, in the 45 games he's played, 11 points a night, 38% from three, 51% from the field. So that's really freaking good for Atlanta to get back here. So that's a W for them going forward. But yeah. And then we also see that Lonzo apparently is now on the Utah Jazz, but they paid him money to get off, I think, now, right? Expected to discuss something. Hold on. Yeah, they waive him. Yeah. They expect to waive Lonzo. Man, Lonzo this year, man. I used to watch this man so much, bro, and I don't know, man. I had high hopes for Lonzo, bro. I mean, seeing him come out of high school, like, that dude look good, and it's just like, dang, bro, the injuries that's been happening to him. He's just not playing well. He's not playing the same. For the Cavs, he hasn't done that much. 5 points a game, 27% from three. That's freaking garbage. And 30% from the field is awful as well. He's got to just get better. But he's not going to be on the Jazz, so I don't know where he's going to go. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, not a lot is really going to happen or go down, for real. I feel like a lot of stuff just happened 2 days prior, honestly. Like yesterday and the day before that, really everything kind of just went down from those 2 days. Oh yes, Chris Paul is gone. He's on the Raptors now? Yeah, Chris Paul. He might get traded again. I don't know. But Abaji is on the Nets now. I didn't really get to see the rest of this trade, though. I'm a 2032 Raptors second rounder in cash to the Nets. Okay, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, you get Ojai Abaji. That's not bad for them. And then, yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about that trade. I can't lie. Chris Paul gets to go to the Raptors. Are they really going to utilize him? Probably not. I'm not going to lie. They might, but I don't see it. He might get bought out too. Who knows? This is the one I wanted to talk about, though. I saw this, my jaw dropped. There were also the two before this one made my jaw drop, especially the first one yesterday. That junk, like, fried me at work. The Chicago Bulls are trading Kobe White and Mike Conley Jr. to the Charlotte Hornets for Colin Sexton, Osamore Dang, and 3 second-round picks. So, man, Kobe White in a Hornets jersey. I mean, I'm just like, bro, him, LaMelo, Concanipple, Brandon Miller, T-John Salon. Hold on, where are they at, bro? Here we go. They're 23 and 28 right now. They're 11th in the Eastern Conference, man. I mean, but yeah, I mean, I like it, honestly. I mean, I don't mind it, honestly. With the Bulls getting so much guards, which they got another one back in Colin Sexton. We'll talk about him in a second, but I'm gonna go. See you soon. I'll probably come back later. All right, bro. Hey, have a good day, bro. And if you don't come back, hopefully you have a blessed week as well. But yeah, hopefully you have a good day, man. Have a good day. After this, I don't know when the next stream is gonna be, so but the next stream might not be until the freaking playoffs, bro. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Maybe I might talk about the All-Star games. That could be a stream too, about how I feel about it and what went down whenever that happens. But we'll get to that whenever. But yeah, man, Kobe White, bro, 19 points a game, 35% from three, 44% from the field. So, I like him on Charlotte. The team just gets better, honestly. Now they could, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4. They could definitely beat Chicago here. They could get above them and make it into the play-in. And they could be a decent play-in team, man. I mean, if they have to go up against, like, the freaking Miami Heat, who would y'all choose in a play-in game? Would you choose if Charlotte made it to the 10th seed and they have to go against Miami? Wait, hold on, I'm tripping. Wait, am I tripping? Forget it. I kind of forgot the play-in win. I'm not going to lie. That's kind of bad. I can't lie. But it's okay. We're going to keep going. Although I did want to see what Rusty Buckets had to say about Kobe White here.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to
break
Little
from me
Rusty
talking.
Bucket. Subscribe to the channel and drop a like. Trying to hit 50k subs. That subscription would be much appreciated. I am going to be reacting to the Kobe White trade in this video, but there are also a few smaller on the margin deals to discuss, including Chris Paul getting basically salary dumped. Same thing going for Lonzo Ball heading to the Utah Jazz, who are expected to waive him. But we'll, of course, start with this Kobe trade, where the Charlotte Hornets are acquiring Kobe in exchange for Colin Sexton, Ousmane Dieng, and 3 second-round picks. I am, of course, not particularly thrilled by this return, and once again, I see a bunch of people clowning on the Bulls, and, like, I understand it because, once again, the Bulls have managed to trade one of their core pieces without getting a first-round draft pick in return. So I understand where that's all coming from. At the same time, though, just looking at this particular trade in a vacuum, we saw multiple different reports that the Bulls were not going to be able to get a first-round pick. So I was already perfectly braced for this trade to be what it was. I was fully expecting to not get much of a return. And yeah, this is rather disappointing. I do believe one of those second-rounders is a pretty good second-round pick, but it still is a second-round pick nonetheless. And Dieng is a player who could maybe be interesting. He is basically one of 2 centers, or one of 3 centers on that team now, with Zach Collins, Jalen Smith, and now himself. It's another center. Maybe he does something that's a swing that I think is worthy of trying. 3 second-round picks ain't nothing, although it's also not amazing. Bulls got a lot of goddamn second-round picks from this trade deadline because they got a second-round pick from that Boston Celtics trade, which was a really good second-rounder, Vucevic deal, and they got a 2 second-round picks out of the Dario Saric deal. So that is now 6 second-round picks acquired by the Bulls at this deadline.
That's
Oh, I
insane.
forgot to mention they were also including Mike Conley in this deal. Mike Conley is going to be bought out by the Hornets. He will
I would
not
imagine
play
he
for
gets
them.
bought
He will
out as well,
presumably be going
honestly.
to some sort of contending level team. But yeah, for the most part, this is disappointing. My immediate take, there is the context, of course, that Kobe is on an expiring contract, but my take about Kobe, first of all, the Bulls should have traded him last year.
Yeah.
That with his
That's a
value
definite. I
peaking at
can
that
agree with
point,
that.
they should have traded him then. The Bulls love nothing more than holding out on a player too long until their value dramatically declines, and that's exactly what happened here. But I think Kobe White is also evidence that just being a 20-point per game scorer, or near that in the case of this year, because he's at like 18.5, that doesn't have nearly as much merit and value as I think people still believe. I think a lot of people have not fully calibrated their understanding of value in the NBA to adjust for the fact that there are like 50 guys who can score 20 points per game or near that. And in the case of Kobe, he's not a very good defender. He's a solid playmaker, but not a great one. And he can be fairly inconsistent. His 3-point percentage is down pretty substantially this year. He hasn't been as good this year just because he kind of came in at an awkward point returning from injury. But last year, 20 points, 4.5 assists to 2.5 turnovers, 54% on his 2-pointers, 37% on 8 3-point attempts per game. Like, this is definitely a good offensive player, and to see him traded for so little is kind of whack. However, at the same time, you could argue that the difference between him and Colin Sexton isn't super substantial. I mean, even if we're just going like if we're doing a minute by minute thing, I'm going to reference per 36 here. As I like to say all the time, if you do not know already, per 36 I think is a stat that is useful for equalizing the understand.
But yeah, I mean, Kobe White
making it
there isn't
clearer
bad.
what a person is doing in the amount.
Kobe White isn't bad on the team. Now his points are probably going to drop because I mean you have LaMelo, Brandon Miller, Conca Nipple on the team. So I would imagine his points drop down, not significantly, but at least drop down a tad bit. I say around like maybe around like 12 or 13, somewhere around there, possibly. Well, whenever he does get on the team, he'll probably be coming off the bench, maybe. I don't really know how they're going to arrange the lineup, but we'll just figure that out whenever that time does roll around for us. Let's go ahead and go down to the next one. All right, guys. So this right here, this one was crazy to me. Jared McCain is a OKC Thunder. I mean, bro, what the flip? The Philadelphia 76ers are trading guard Jared McCain to the OKC Thunder for a 2026 Rockets first-round pick and 3 second-round picks. I mean, wow. I mean, just to add another shooter to the team is going to be huge. Now, I know let me see real quick. Hold on. Give me a second. He hasn't played a whole lot of games this year. He's only started one, played 37. But he's averaging like 6 points a game. Realize his minutes have gone down. So it looks like to me they kind of or trust more in VJ, I guess, than McCain now, which is kind of sounds crazy to say. But like, dude, last season, where's his three at? Yeah, 38% from three. Now he's shooting the same, 38, off of 3 attempts a game. So about 3 to 2 less than last year. Shooting 39% from the field. So that's not that bad for him. But him in OKC is going to be really nice to pair alongside Shea. And could be very nice to pair alongside Shea and Chet Holmgren. And Jalen Williams whenever he does return. But that's going to be huge for them. They haven't really shot the best as of recent. But I know they did have that good shooting game against Denver. They did play their butt off. They did lose against San Antonio, but realized, guys, they only had like 8 players that game or something like that. Yeah, 8 players. Oof. I was going to watch the game, but then I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm going to go to sleep. So I went to sleep. But yeah, I mean, yeah, some players got some good playing time. I mean, it's pretty good, but just was not enough to beat the Spurs, obviously. The fact that this game was kind of close, too, is kind of scary to me. Like, why is this game kind of close? What the frick are we doing? You know, but it is what it is on that part. But yeah, I like this move for them. It's definitely an A+ move, in my opinion, getting Jared McCain. Selling kind of low on him, I guess, if you want to say it like that. I mean, you got a first rounder and like 3 second-round picks, so I mean, let me see what my boy had to say real quick.
What a day this has been. We just got Anthony Davis. I mean, I was going to just talk about the McCain trade. You guys may have watched me go live on YouTube. And obviously when I'm live, there's so much kind of weird, right? The 76ers are trading Jared McCain to the Oklahoma City Thunder for a 2026 Rockets first-round pick and 3 second-rounders. Now, that pick right now is at 24. So they essentially traded the 26th overall pick in the draft and 3 seconds for Jared McCain. No players coming back to Philadelphia. No other picks. It's just a 26th overall pick right now.
That's low,
and then
man.
just some
For
other
Jared
seconds
McCain,
that I'm not sure
like,
we really know of. Why? My first thing was like, why? Because I know Jared McCain has been slightly disappointing this year for the Philadelphia 76ers. Like, we can pull up what he was doing. 6 points, 2 rebounds, 1.7 assists. He really hit a rough patch when he came back from his injury, which... When you suffer a meniscus tear, you suffer a concussion last year, you suffer a hand injury before the year even starts. This guy is trying to overcome so much. So who's shocked that he didn't play well when he came out? I don't think anybody's shocked, right? Like, it's going to take a little bit of a ramp-up period, and he started to come alive as of late. They had to send him down to Delaware. He had a good game against Milwaukee. He had a good game against Charlotte. He had a good game against New Orleans. They blow out the Clippers. I mean, he wasn't really involved too much in the Kings. And I get it. Like, you drafted Edgecombe, who has a higher ceiling. He's a better prospect and young player than McCain. Yeah. You have Maxey, who's the star of your team. And you have a very expensive roster with Embiid and Paul George and Maxey making up 90% of your cap space. So now we're trying to think, is there a bigger move at play? And who knows? By the time you guys see this video, maybe they're trading away a.
Oh, shoot,
I don't
Quentin
know. They're
Grimes.
trading for.
Oh, frick. Whoa, I forgot Quentin Grimes is on here. Oh, shoot. Whoa, hold on now. Yeah, he's still on here. Bro, I forgot all about this dude. What the flip? 13 points. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why I just realized he was still on the team. I thought he was gone. I don't know why. Interesting. All right, let's go back.
Tari Eason or Jimmy Sohan or some other power forward out there and just another wing. But, like, McCain is under such, like, look at how expensive this roster is. And it doesn't get much cheaper. When next year, Maxey, George, and Embiid are making roughly, what is that? 68%.
Good
67% right there.
All that
plus
money.
24%. That's 91% of your cap space. 91% to 3 players. One of these not even
62
deserving
million?
of it anywhere close to Paul George. Embiid, probably worth $58 million right now, but there's no guarantee you're going to get a healthy Embiid. I don't know. His surgeon might go down in the Basketball Hall of Fame, like an actual goated surgeon for fixing Embiid's knees in a way. I feel like I got to look down and make sure no trades happen. So why not keep Jared McCain, who's making next to nothing, and think about trading Quentin Grimes at $8.7 million? Now, I'm sure they would have liked to trade away Quentin Grimes to Oklahoma City for the same return, but OKC values McCain's contract. 4.2, 4.2, 6.7.
That's not bad.
Middle of the cap. This
For his production, if he keeps growing the way that he's going, and he grows into that spot where he was in at his rookie season and exceeds beyond that, this contract, $4 million, $6 million over 3 years is not bad. That's a freaking steal. I'm taking that every day of the week.
2.7%, 3.9%. And think about the looks he's going to get around SGA, Chet Holmgren, J-Dub.
Yeah.
The Thunder, I think we're going to have like 10 hurt guys tonight because they moved Ousmane Dieng for Mason Plumlee, who people said wave. I don't know yet. Mitchell's hurt. Dort's hurt. Shea's going to miss a couple weeks. Kind of crazy. He's probably not going to play in the All-Star game. Definitely won't. Hardenstein might be out tonight. Caruso's out. Like, this team has so many injuries right now, and obviously Topic, what he's overcoming through, and Sorber's out for the year. McCain is going to get a decent workload right away, and hey, you're going to have Caruso at one point, Dort, J-Dub, like really good defenders next to McCain in the backcourt, where you can kind of offset the defensive issues that McCain has out there. You can't really do that in Philadelphia as much because he's sharing the backcourt with Maxey, who's also kind of a negative defender, and Maxey gets a pass because he takes such a high offensive usage, like his workload, that it makes sense that Maxey is not going to be the greatest defender in the world. I mean, I love this for OKC just because you have such a McCain on a cheap contract that can be an elite shooter. Like, it wasn't that long ago, his season last year, where he enters the starting lineup.
It was so good.
And I'm now reading a Mark Stein tweet. Like, this is why I'm making this video. I mean, I wanted to make a dedicated video here, but I could get sidetracked in a way, so I apologize. Gafford is getting interest from the Hawks. First round pick, second round pick. I guess we haven't seen it yet. It feels like it's going to happen, so we'll be on the lookout for that one, and maybe it happens mid-video here. But it's like he was the runaway favorite for Rookie of the Year. He gets a concussion, and then he's basically like out for the year as well. I guess he didn't miss any time with the concussion. I don't think the concussion and meniscus happened in the same game. Maybe it did, and then he has the UCL or the hand issue going into the year. He's got to get hand surgery. You just feel for the guy, right? So I think this is an incredible buy low by Sam Presti. I thought they were going to maybe trade that package for a big. Maybe they called up New Orleans, saw it. Like, we offered the same thing for Yves Missi. They didn't want to do that.
Yves Missi would have been solid.
It's just like a head-scratching move for Daryl Morey, who I feel like doesn't usually make a move like this. So maybe there's something coming next for Philadelphia. Maybe they actually get a Jeremy Sohan. Maybe they actually get a Tari Eason in a way. Maybe this allows them to pay Grimes a little bit more in free agency. And you probably value...
Possibly.
Like, Edgecombe and Maxey is going to be your backcourt for as long as you can have it. Grimes is a little bit bigger, a little bit better of a defender than McCain, and neither him and McCain can really initiate an offense. So now you have, like, technically 2 shooting guards coming off the bench, and Grimes you can at least put out there with Edgecombe in a way, and Maxey because of his defense, and McCain it's a little bit more difficult. So I see the issue. I just think they sold well on Jared McCain. I would have just, I don't know, give him a little bit more of an opportunity. I don't think Philadelphia is making it to the NBA Finals. Maybe they do. Paul George is suspended. This team needs another wing. Like, Dominic Barlow is a great 4. Edwards is not going to cut it out, like, not cutting it out for you.
No.
Oubre is getting taxed a lot right now with them having basically no wings on this roster, with Paul George getting suspended for 25 games. Like, he's played 30.
That's not funny. Just the fact that this man got freaking suspended for 25 games is crazy to me, bro. Bro didn't follow the script anymore. He dropped 32 points, and it was like, whoa, hold on now. We got to check that. Oh, you were taking drugs? Oh, nah. Suspended for 25 games, buddy. Like, count your days. That's freaking awful, bro. I'd be so freaking pissed. Oh, wow. So this is the last one. Oh, we can also talk about this one again, but we'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, now this one, wow, bro. I had to walk away from work yesterday and kind of like look at this and just kind of like hit one of these, like, what? The Dallas Mavericks are trading 10-time NBA All-Star Anthony Davis, Jaden Hardy, D'Angelo Russell, and Dante Exum to the Wizards for Chris Middleton, A.J. Johnson, Malachi Branham, or Branham, however you say his name. I say Branham, but people say it different. Marvin Bagley III, 2 first-round picks, and 3 second-rounders. Sources tell ESPN. Crazy. If you told me that Anthony Davis, Mr. Glass, was gonna go to the freaking Wizards, I tell you, bro, stop lying to me. And why are you lying on this man's name? But he's in Washington now, bro. Like that, I mean, it's just crazy to me. In the 20 games he's played, 20 points per game. The three's kind of field goal percentage is 51%. So this is a win for the Washington Wizards. Listen, you don't even have to give up that much. Chris Middleton, I know, is on an expiring deal. I don't even have to go look for real. I already know he's on that expiring. But just to clarification, let's go ahead and look. Where's he at? Yep. He's on expiring $33 million deal. So you have room now to make something happen. Which then ask another question for Dallas is everybody else on here besides Cooper Flagg, possibly Kyrie, Derek Lively, Max Christie, maybe A.J. Johnson still, and Ryan Nembhard and Brandon Williams. Is everybody else? Oh, and Moussa Cisse. Is everybody else on the trade market? Like, is everybody else expendable here to make something happen? Like, is Clay gonna leave? Is Gafford gonna leave? Is Washington gonna leave? Can Caleb get traded? Is Najee Marshall on the table? Dwight Powell, he can't leave. He's a fan favorite. He can't leave. This is his home. This is his home. He can't leave. So it does ask a lot of questions going forward, at least for Dallas. But I mean, to get off of that expiring is going to be nice. You could try and get somebody next year. Well, this year in free agency, I should say. Try and get somebody. And yeah, man. You get A.J. Johnson, who didn't really get a lot of play in Milwaukee. He goes to Washington, plays in the G League, still doesn't get a lot of run in the lineup. I thought he was going to get some kind of minutes, but didn't really get a whole lot. And then now he's on Dallas. So we'll see what happens and if he does get some minutes. And Malachi Branham, I don't really know if he's going to really get any crazy minutes. Marvin Bagley, is he on the expiring deal? He is. For $2 million. They probably are going to let him walk. They might sign and trade him, possibly. But if I was them, I would just let him walk, honestly. I don't really feel like trying to make something happen with that. That's just me. But yeah, but for Washington, like I said, getting Anthony Davis is huge. You get Jaden Hardy. Oh shoot, my fault, guys. Him in high school, bro, was just different breed, dude. Oh my gosh, bro. Pull up threes. I mean, this dude was looking nice. And he's only 23. He does have room to grow still. 34 games he's played. He's had 7 points a night. He's shooting 37% from 3 and 40% from the field. So it's not bad. So if he does well for Washington, that's just another W for them. D'Angelo Russell, I don't like that for them. No hate on D'Angelo Russell, but he just sucks to me, guys. I'm sorry. Maybe it's because I saw him. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, wait. Here we go. Maybe it's because seeing him play in a Dallas jersey is just it was bugging me, man. I mean, the turnovers, the questionable shots. I was like, dude, you got to hop on the stick, man, because what are you doing? 10 points a night. It's kind of crazy to think he was averaging like freaking 23 and 23 up here, and nearly every season he's dropped down to now just 10. And he's, how old is he again? 29? It's crazy work, bro. That is crazy work. What, 20, well, not freaky, 29% from three. You don't get the boost of a 30% from three and 41% from the field. So Dante Exum, not bad veteran to add to the team. Can teach the young guys a little bit. But to have AD and Trey be your mentors going forward for Washington is gonna be huge for them. The young guys get to learn underneath them, get some wisdom here. I like it. I really do. Trey Johnson, like I said last stream, man, he's good. Man, he's good. He's good, man. That 3-ball on him is beautiful. Pause. That sounded kind of fruity. I can't lie. I don't know why it sounded weird to me. But yeah, Cam Whitmore, man, he hasn't played a lot, has he? He had 21 games. I would say the experiment just isn't really working. I'm not gonna lie. It's just, I want to trust in Cam Whitmore, but all these DNPs he's racking up, man, I just don't think it's gonna work. Like 4 points, 4 points, 0, 8, had a 20-point game, had back-to-back, had a 17-point game right there. Back-to-back decent games, 19 and 20, but like, it's too inconsistent. How you gonna drop 20 and then go down to 11 and then go down to 6? It's too much. It's too much inconsistency. Excuse me, for me. That's just me though. But yeah. So, Sharif Cooper, another guy. Man, I used to watch this dude. This used to be my favorite freaking player in high school, bro. Oh my goodness gracious! I used to love seeing this man hoop, and now it's just not the same anymore. So, yeah, 33%. From 3, yeah. In the G League, he's going stupid right now. He's balling out. I don't think anything's happened. I hope not. I'll refresh the page in a second. But yeah, man, I really do like this for the Washington Wizards. Now, it does kind of get to a point of AD does stay injured, so hopefully you can get a decent pick in this year's draft. If he does go down with an injury, you got to have somebody to step up to the plate here. AD's more than likely going to play the 4. Alex Sarr at the 5, possibly. They can interchange with each other, but we'll see what happens with that right there. But I do like this trade, man. This trade's nice for them. And on top of that, yeah, Dallas gets freaking 2 first-rounders, so can't beat that. Let's hear this.
The last few days and figure out. This came together because he had a mutual option in his contract for next season. That allowed both sides to come together the last few days and figure out what does the future look like. And is there a beneficial path forward, an outcome forward for both sides? Because James Harden wants to be in a win-now situation. He made that clear to the Clippers, and also somewhere where he has a longer-term future. Next season and beyond was not promised for him in LA. He viewed Cleveland as fitting both of those criteria as far as a win-now championship potential chance, as well as a longer-term future there. And for the Clippers, they get a player in Darius Garland for the now and being competitive now, but also for the future.
Yeah, 26.
James Harden, 36 years old, and like you just said, Michael, you have Darius Garland at the age of 26. It's very rare for 2 prolific star players to be traded with a 10-year age gap that we saw here today with James Harden and Darius Garland.
So Harden goes from the Clippers, and his teammate there was with, essentially Kawhi Leonard. Now he goes to play with Donovan Mitchell. What are you hearing about how that relationship might work out?
Nicole, I'm told that James Harden and Donovan Mitchell have already connected, and James Harden has spoken with Donovan Mitchell, and both seem very excited about this partnership. You think about 2 high-powered elite guards. James Harden has played with a plethora of elite players that score and have the ball in their hands throughout his whole NBA career. But let's look at what the Cavs have done over the last few days. Keon Ellis and Dennis Schroeder in the backcourt in that trade with the Kings. Today, they bring in James Harden. It's clear in Cleveland they want to put together the pieces around Donovan Mitchell to try to win a championship. The Clippers are playing more for the long run. The Cavaliers understand there's a finite moment that they have here over the next couple of years, 3 years, to try to win a championship with Donovan Mitchell at the helm. James Harden, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. You got Max Strus coming back. They got other pieces. Jalen Tyson, who's emerged as a great player already in his career. They are in full championship mode. We've seen it with the pieces this week.
And if you're
All right. So, yeah, I mean, just seeing like James Harden in
together because he had
a like Cavs jersey is kind of crazy to me still. It's not really sitting right with me, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. It looks so weird. I mean, I'm just looking at this, bro. Bro's 36, man. Like, if this doesn't go well, then like, I mean, freak, cooked, profusely getting cooked. When does he turn 37? August. Okay. I mean, if he can keep the play up, it's good. But he has to stay kind of at this level. If he drops any slighter than this, it might be reps. If I was Cleveland, I would look to try and, I mean, I don't mind Tyson at my 3, but I would definitely look to upgrade it. I know they gave away Hunter to get, more depth. They got Keon Ellis. They got Dennis Schroeder. So that's some depth pieces right there. But yeah, like, you don't really have a 3, really, and that's gonna kill him. That's gonna fry him really bad. Okay, another trade just went down. I just saw. Hold on. Who is this? Oh, a couple went down. Okay, bet. So we got. Okay, Denver are. Oh, they're trading Hunter Tyson. Why? Why are they trading Hunter Tyson for what? No. I know you're lying. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I was thinking about somebody else. I apologize. My fault, bro. Dude, I was thinking about the wrong dude, bro. Oh my goodness, that's bad. That's not good. That's actually really bad. I don't even see his name on here, bro. Okay, well, they can get rid of him. And a 2032 second round pick to the Brooklyn Nets for a lesser valuable, or less favorable of a Clippers/Hawks 2026 second. Okay, Denver creates an open roster spot for the buyout market and gets out of the luxury tax. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. Who could they target, though? Like, let's see, Hunter Tyson. What was he, a power forward? So he's gone. Let's see. If you guys were the Nuggets right now, who would you look to get in free agency right now? Because you do have, like I said, a free roster spot, and plus that gets you out of the luxury tax. I don't know who I would get, honestly. Damn, it's kind of tough, dude. Like, I don't know, man. I want to say a little bit of Chris Paul or maybe Lonzo, honestly. Because, like, I don't know. I don't know who I would add. I don't know. That's a tough one. Or maybe you get like a... I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. Maybe they might just leave it like that for now and just hope for the best, I guess. All right. So our next trade we got Josh Minot. Wow, to the Brooklyn Nets. Oh wow. Josh Minot, bro. Go ahead and look at him real quick. Now, he didn't actually do that bad for Boston. He 6 points a game, 44% from 3, 51% from the field. He looked good out there for them. So to see him gone like that kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. I guess we'll get more information on what it was for soon. I guess. But let's move on to the next one. Philadelphia 76ers are trading Eric Gordon and a 2032 second-round pick swap to the Memphis Grizzlies. This gives the 76ers the flexibility to complete conversation of two-way. Ooh, Dominic Barlow. Okay. Dominic Barlow. Okay. So they're just going to call him up. All right. That's not bad. I don't mind this. I don't mind this at all. But yeah, they're definitely going to need a wing. Like I said, Paul George is gone. So you got to have somebody to step up there. If you don't, then womp womp. So, see real quick. Let me see. Yeah, but what Tyrese Maxey has been able to do this year, man, I mean, it's been ridiculous, bro. Nearly 30 points a game. Like, dude. I mean, I saw the growth during the 2023-2024. I was like, oh, yeah, he going to be something. Especially winning that most improved player. I was like, yeah, he going to take his game to the next level. And that's exactly what he did. That is exactly what he did. He kept it up, kept playing, and it's fire. Embiid has been on a generational comeback. Apparently, I don't know what the freak he's been smoking or taking, but he's on one recently. Let's go look at that score real quick. Yeah, I mean, guys, look at this. Freaking 32, 28, 22, didn't play back-to-back right there. 27, 20, 33, 30, 32, 38, 29, 37, 40, and 24. Man, I mean, just the fact that bro's knees are kind of cooked, but he's still hooping like this, beautiful. Yeah, if he keeps this up, bro, he's going to be nasty, bro. How old is Embiid? Embiid's 30, what? Where's it at? Yeah, 31, yeah. But yeah, man, I guess that's kind of it for right now as far as trades go, as far as everything goes right now. So let's go ahead and talk about Giannis, because he looks like he's not getting moved right now. And I don't really see a suitor for him to be going to, especially right now because of what the Bucks have relayed information to Shams and ESPN. He's averaging 28. He's shooting 40% from three. Whoa. Okay, Giannis. And 65% from the field. That's not bad. Could it, I don't know. If Golden State low-key plays this the way they might do, what they might do is, where's Kristaps Porzingis? What if it's a sign and trade? What if they sign him in the offseason? They trade him. They package him, Green. Actually, no, that wouldn't work. Because they're going to want a lot of picks back in return. And we kind of got rid of Kuminga, so that hope is kind of dead. I can't lie. That hope is gone. That kind of sucks. I can't lie. That's, dang. Like, bro, if he came over here to Golden State, I would do a backflip and start shouting for joy. But just freaking sucks, man. I hate this crap. But yeah, so let me see. I don't know if anybody else has uploaded anything at all. I don't think so. 3-cone. I know they're live on Bleacher Report right now while I'm talking. Let me go see what they're doing right now. Here we go.
Deals kind of go on the margins as well, where it's like the Nets are like, or the Nuggets aren't giving up anything valuable, like super valuable to get out of the luxury tax, but we see this time and time again. Yeah. Miami did that with Hayward Highsmith in the offseason, and that's what rebuilding teams like Brooklyn should do. Help teams get out of the luxury tax. You're getting a swap, and who knows, maybe that's a chance where you can land a guy like an Andrew Nemhard or a nice second-round pick that's maybe there between 30 and 40, and that's where the swap came in, rather than picking like 50 to 60, where the hit rate is a little bit lesser going forward. So they might seem, I think, smaller now, but hey, they could have ramifications down the line for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's random trades that pop up all the time. The Thunder right now have the Jazz's pick if it lands outside the top 8 because they took on Derek Favors' contract back in 2021. It's like stuff you never really think about. But yeah, some smaller trades going on right now. We are less than an hour away, though, from the trade deadline. I would go ahead and take a look at some players that are currently available, a big board of guys that could potentially be moved, and talk about some of those guys that, you know, could find new homes. Speaking of that, by the way, you talk about the second-round pick thing. The crazy stat, the fact that only Mitchell Robinson is he's the last guy from the 2018 draft, not that long ago, to be playing for the same team that drafted him. It's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah,
bro, low key, just looking at this, I'm sorry, guys. I have to glaze. I'm sorry. These right here are my 2 goats, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like just seeing this right here together, it's fire as frick. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and keep going.
We're almost there.
One day it's gonna be us, guys. We're gonna be doing this one day, bro. One day we're gonna be up here like this.
You have noticed. Yes, Domantas Sabonis is someone we have.
Okay, now I don't know why Draymond's up here. They're not trading Draymond Green. Draymond's not leaving.
That's kind of the
I'm not gonna lie.
right now is like a Daniel Gafford and a Zubats. Makes me think that we're not really hearing anything on Sabonis. Draymond Green, it felt so weird to me. Because I didn't expect him to get Giannis, but Draymond's like talking his press conference like, you know, if I get traded, like it's whatever, it's been a great ride. I was just like, I don't think he's going to get traded because I don't think they're getting Giannis. Is there still something insane out there that could transpire involving Draymond Green's contract?
There's no way.
It just felt weird to me.
There's no way we're going to get Giannis.
I know he's never really been
there's
rumors
just no
like that
possible
before,
shot.
but out of all times, he's like so clearly like, if this is it, goodbye. Like, I appreciate y'all and everything. It just felt weird and like very pointed to me, the fact that he made the decision to do that.
For sure, and it's like his contract where he could be a free agent technically this summer, but Draymond in like mid 20 millions, like would he actually opt out of that going forward? Like we never really got to quantify the value of what Draymond Green would be on the trade market, because I think he's one of those players that is so valuable to Golden State, but you really got to have him in the right system anywhere else. And we've never seen
somebody just
Draymond
said, I
play
know you
without Steph
stink.
Curry really in his career, so we would like have to wait and see if he's still going to be
bro.
that defensive
That's
enforcer, that rim protector, kind of that middle linebacker out there that can call out plays for everybody defensively or just be the quarterback of the defense in a way. So I wondered, if it was Milwaukee, but then why would Milwaukee want Draymond?
I mean,
So
I just
like,
don't know
would they reroute him to somebody else?
What would a package
He's always
even
kind of been linked in
surround
the past, I
Draymond
feel like, to
Green
the Pistons
like,
because he went to school at
what would we
Michigan
look
State,
to get back in
so he
return
could
for
return to
Draymond
Michigan
freaking Green?
in a way. I mean, the Warriors
Let's be so
trading
honest.
Kuminga for Porzingis, it's a team option in Kuminga for an expiring in Porzingis.
Absolutely.
I am thrilled about the concept of Steph and KP, but it's just I was thrilled about the concept of Trae Young and Kristaps. We've just seen Kristaps struggle to stay healthy on the floor. He's dealt with some like Achilles injuries this year. He's got the illness as well that's kind of been coming up with him dating
Like,
back
the
to the playoffs
rotation
last year. So
isn't that
this,
bad, but
I still think it's
it
a
doesn't
solid
scream
lineup, and
championship
you're at
winner
least
to me.
trying something around Steph,
Especially the bench
if
does not scream
Kuminga
that
had
to me at all.
next to no value on the market.
That's just me though.
What were your thoughts on like them adding Kristaps? Do you think it really changes where you could see them heading down the stretch?
Not really this season. As soon as Jimmy goes down, like
It's
if
tough,
they had Porzingis, and they still had Jimmy, I'd be like, whoa,
That'd be
like, this
beautiful.
is something.
Yeah.
You do have to think about Porzingis' health. Like, I don't know how often he's going to be able to play, but at least I like them taking a shot on something. And if Porzingis, maybe he really shines in the few games that he plays, but he doesn't play a lot. And then now that he's already here in your system, maybe you re-sign him this offseason for relatively cheap, like below the value he might have gotten otherwise. Because the concept of Porzingis is perfect next to Draymond Green and next to Steph Curry. I like him a lot for this team. He's been so impactful.
But it makes sense if he stays healthy. It makes sense if he's on the court with us. If he's not,
it's just how often is he actually going to be out there. And beyond this season, he is an expiring contract. Will he be there when Jimmy Butler comes back? I've seen a lot of Warriors fans, be mad that this is the move that they made, that they didn't get Giannis or nothing else happened. It just wasn't realistic.
I'm not mad. I'm
in
just
my opinion.
sad.
I never really saw the Warriors
Just
as like
being
that
real,
serious
but-
of a Giannis suitor or to make anything happen beyond Porzingis or some other minimal upgrade, because they don't have like the most intriguing package of young players, especially with the Kuminga thing. Like, there were some Warriors fans that were sad they got Porzingis for Kuminga. I think getting that is great. Like, that's a great ultimate addition. And Kuminga, he wasn't being played. Everybody knows that Kuminga hates you and that you hate Kuminga, so you have no leverage there. Honestly, I don't really love it that much from the Hawks' perspective. I don't love Kuminga as a fit next to Jalen Johnson. I think it's kind of wonky. The good thing is that Kuminga isn't like on your books super long term, so if it doesn't work out, you can still get off of his money pretty quickly here. And you do take a chance on a younger player for a guy who's expiring. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I don't know, I don't see a world where Kuminga makes a lot of sense to Jalen Johnson. I'm just not the biggest Jonathan Kuminga upside guy the way that some people are.
Yeah, it's really weird what Atlanta's trying to do right now. I kind of like thought about this too. Like, they kind of remind me of the Pelicans. I think.
Whoa, hold on, wait, whoa, guys, hold on, wait, whoa, Zubac is on the Indiana Pacers. Dog, whoa. Bro, guys, how are we feeling? Bro, I can't even type. Holy, bro. Indiana. Dog, no, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro. They got to be covering it. They got to be covering it.
In Golden State, maybe he just needs to change the scenery.
Bro, stop talking about Golden State, bro. Come on now, please.
That felt like it's been going on for like 3 years.
Hannah, hello, Hannah. What's up? How you doing?
Trade rumors for another 5 months.
You didn't miss the whole thing all summer, where it was the only thing we were talking about in all.
I need to know the package.
Where's Kuminga going?
Bro,
I have to know the
sitting there at,
package.
Like a Yankees game with my brother and my fiance, and I'm getting Jonathan Kuminga reports. I'm like, I just can't do this anymore. I've been so done with it. But apparently we've got a trade, so we're gonna get to Jake for.
Please talk about
a
it,
trade
please.
here in a moment. So Jake, we got something going on.
It's crazy. I just saw it.
Come on, Jake.
Granger knows that if your school
Jake
custodian,
freaking sucks. What are you doing? Oh, I can't even skip this crap.
cleanliness is your top
Freaking
priority.
Jake.
That's why you can rely on Granger for a
Sold the
range
bag,
of
guys.
cleaning products and equipment, from disinfectants to floor scrubbers. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm trying to get it done, but you're in
December
my way.
15th, when everything started.
we go.
And look, I just saw Tony Jones tweet this. I do wonder if this is going to entice some teams to call on Kawhi Leonard, but I don't think that's going to happen. Again, we're waiting on the final terms here, but I've got it from multiple league sources that the Indiana Pacers
what did they
are
give
trading
up?
their starting center, Ivica Zubac.
How much money is he making right now?
The the Clippers are trading him to the Pacers. Sorry, there's going to be draft capital in this, no matter what.
Gotta be.
Wanted multiple first-round picks. To do so, they wanted Dallas wanted just one first-round pick for Daniel Gafford. So we are waiting for the terms. I'm looking at my iMessages on my computer. The second I get them, hopefully I get them first.
How much is Benedict making?
But yeah, the Pacers called around. They called on Onyeka Okongwu, Jared Allen, blah, 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 blah. Zubac was their guy, and they get him now. So the interesting piece of all this is that
Obi?
Pre-agency, Zubac, how will he fit
the money
next
work.
to Tyrese Halliburton? There are some people who would say that James Harden turned Zubac into X, Y, and Z, and that pick and roll pair.
That pick and roll was beautiful, though. You can't lie on that.
Zubac is a damn good player in his own right. He was a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. He's got touch in the pocket. He can turn over both shoulders. He's not the stretch pick and five, though, that I guess pick and five. He's not the stretch five man, that pick and pop guy that Miles Turner was.
He's pick and
with
five.
Indiana, though. So I'll be curious to see exactly how he fits with Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese has never played.
But when Tyrese comes
really
back,
with
that pick and roll is going to be nasty. That pick, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pause.
Old man, like
that pick and roll is going to be nasty.
Pascal's more of a short, mid-range kind of guy. Turner pick and pop dude. So that fit will be intriguing to see exactly how it works out. But clearly the Pacers think it's enough value, enough importance to go out and get it done. Again, waiting on the terms still. I do not have.
Yeah, I need to see who they gave up, bro.
I mean,
that's a
the
definite.
Pacers are going to have to send out roughly $20 million in salaries.
Obi's got to be involved. Obi's got to be involved.
Or a combination.
Obi, maybe him and
Benedict Mathurin and some other stuff. I mean, I'm pulling up their salary sheet right now.
Yeah,
Obi,
I made
Benedict.
My mock trade
probably
was
two
Jarris
first.
Walker, Benedict, Mathurin. Those two guys make the money work. Mathurin and Jarris Walker, alongside draft capital. Because I know they want that 2027, cap space available. Jarris Walker would expire by that point. Young player to take a chance on Mathurin. Also kind of see how it goes. That was what I kind of envisioned for the trade. I'm just really curious about the pick value. Like how many did they get back? You said that they
I would
were
say at least
asking
like
for a lot.
2.
That it was going to be multiple first-round picks. I mean, is there a world where it's their pick this year? I would imagine they would really not want to give that up. But to prize
I'd be
Zubac
shocked.
away,
I'd be shocked if they. I mean, look, if they give up this year's first, great work from the Clippers.
Yeah.
Great work from the Clippers. But I would be surprised because this whole strategy from Indiana was we're taking a gap year. We're going to reap the benefits of it, tanking-wise, because they have all their draft picks. And then they're going to get a center in the door, have him move forward next year with whatever this top pick is and compete right back in the top of the Eastern Conference. That's their goal. So I would be surprised if that 26th pick is gone.
And it's wild to think about that they lose Miles Turner in free agency, and now Zubac is going to cost less
Like,
against
you
their cap
lose
sheet than what Miles Turner
but get
inevitably got
Zubac back
from the Milwaukee Bucks going forward. And you just having like a floor-spacing power forward in Pascal Siakam with the offensive engine that Halliburton is. I mean,
oh my God,
I would also
Andrew
be very shocked
Nembhard
if
on
they
top
traded away
of
their
that
first
too,
rounder
bro.
this
That's
year,
gonna be
but a
nasty.
potential top 5 pick with Halliburton returning, even if Halliburton's 80% next year in a
That's
wide
a
open
lethal
Eastern
team.
Conference, I feel like this team has to jump to the top of everybody's kind of like formidable Eastern Conference teams in 2027.
Like, they're going to be unbelievable. I mean, Zoo is just a better player than Miles Turner. He's not, that same stretch type of big, but they can have someone in that backup role. And you talk about a screen setter, and I think Halliburton can do a lot of similar stuff to what Harden did for Zubac, those two guys playing alongside each other. I absolutely love this for the Pacers. Assuming, they didn't give up
Hey
that
guys,
2026
how do you guys feel about the trade, bro? How do y'all feel about Zubac going to the
You'd
Pacers?
rather Zubac over Gafford.
Comment that down below right now, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Zoo's like you think about.
Bro,
imagine
I know it's
him setting
11 of
a
y'all
big
in here,
body
bro. I'm looking
screen
down
and
right now.
driving to the basket
So
with Halliburton, and you
please
put
comment
Shears
how you
around
feel
him.
about
It's
this, bro.
gonna be-
Let me know.
Like they're going to be even on another level offensively, I would imagine next season with what they can do, and they add a top pick. If it is a Darren Peterson or a Cam Boozer or an AJ DeBance, like any of these types of top 5 guys, even like a Caleb Wilson or someone like that. I mean, we're talking about a team that's just went to the NBA Finals and looks like they're going to be significantly better next season.
Yeah, and it's just like the fact that they were able to get this done, as Jake mentioned, it's like pre-agency in a way. So they got their guy. They don't have to worry about a center all offseason long.
Yeah.
There's no like center at the top of the NBA draft either that they'd feel comfortable probably putting at the 5 spot right away. So I think you got it's been a disappointing year in Indiana. Obviously, you have like the high of playing in Game 7 of the NBA Finals, and now you're watching your team struggle to be the 15th, 14th seed in the Eastern Conference. I mean, this is definitely a nice thing to the fan base to get excited about. Now we're talking about 2027 in a way. And I am wondering if they parted away with any fan favorites, like Obi Toppin, he kind of gave your Thunder some troubles last year in the playoffs.
Don't even bring it up. Don't bring it up.
And some of those role players in a way.
Please tell me they trade away TJ McConnell. I can't watch him fry us from the mid-range every single second.
That would be shocking if they traded away TJ, how much he meant to that city in a way. And
for real.
When you catch a big wild trophy fish, you mount.
But yeah, it's one of those things where I saw Jake's report about it last night. I just couldn't stop thinking about it. It was one of my favorite fits for a potential deadline move. And I mean, if I'm a team, I'm calling about Kawhi Leonard at least a little bit. I am trying to see what value they have on him. He's playing some of the best basketball of his life. I know the injury stuff is a concern. He's in his mid-30s, but Kawhi is so good that if it's not that, depending on the asking price, I'd be willing to take a swing, especially if I'm a team that's right there. Kawhi's just so easily plug and play.
Yeah.
One piece of this trade, guys, I just got word. Benedict Mathurin is going to the Clippers, so
Okay.
I'm still waiting on
That makes
draft
sense.
capital.
So probably
other salary.
so Benedict Mathurin
is going to
and probably Obi
the
Toppin,
Clippers as part of
because
this.
the money
That's
works.
One piece. Again, still sifting the puzzle together.
The money literally works.
Yeah.
We appreciate you
Getting
working
it all through.
Them and it's got to be at least
Mathurin's age,
2 to
too,
3
and his
picks.
pending free agency, it felt like maybe Indiana
Gotta
took
be.
the Jaden Ivey approach, but to a different level, because they thought they were going to get maybe outbid for Mathurin, or they didn't want to give him a long-term deal in a way. So now they turn him into Zubac financially, which you got to definitely, because Zubac is under a fantastic contract for the next 2 years.
It's like $18 million. It's crazy to think about. The fact that, again, they're adding, this is the best big that Halliburton's ever played with.
Yeah.
And he was able to, bring the team to
This team-
Game 7 of
this
the NBA
team's gonna be
Finals.
freaking
I can only
filthy,
imagine how
bro.
good they're going to be this season. And Mathurin, I
This
know a
team
lot
finna
of
be
Pacers
freaking
fans didn't want to
filthy,
move
bro.
him, but
Oh,
in
my.
addition to having to pay him, he's not going to start over Andrew Nembhard or Tyrese Halliburton. He's going to be a bench guy. And, not having to pay him that money, you can focus on it elsewhere. You needed a big man. There's a lot more that you can now do in that backup backcourt. You still have TJ McConnell. Maybe you add, again,
I might have
Darren
to
Peterson
get
or a
into doing
different guard in
rebuilds,
the
bro.
draft.
On
There are
2K,
so
bro, I
many
might
ways
have to start doing
address
this,
that
bro.
type of
'cause
scoring punch that you need. That's a way
Wee.
easier archetype of player to get than someone like Zubac, who's just going to be so fantastic for this team. And for the Clippers, I mean, now you talk about getting younger.
Right,
Mathurin
Benedict
and Garland as a
Mathurin,
backcourt
Darius
this
Garland,
season is
yeah.
really interesting.
Kawhi
got a lot
Leonard.
of defense there, I'll be honest, but offensively, I mean, you're going to get some really fun highlight plays between those two. Garland pull-up threes, Mathurin trying to dunk on guys.
Yeah.
And the Clippers, they do now get an interesting moment where they can see how it works out. Maybe they give him a deal restricted free agency.
They can see the head.
Could be a signing
They can see
trade
the
thing
head.
this
They can see the
offseason,
light,
or you just
the
let him
future
walk into
ahead of
clear
them.
space for that inevitable 2027 shift.
That's huge.
It's just because like the Clippers we thought they were like dead in the water early in the year. You think you're getting a top pick. Now I think that the fact that they're almost 500 again, maybe they felt more comfortable. Every team behind us is kind of like maybe trying to lose games in the second half. We could still be in the play-in tournament going forward. So yeah, the Clippers get younger. I guess they'll have the Benedict Mathurin conversation in the offseason. Do you think this could be also leading to something else, Jake? Like, I know we brought up Kawhi for a brief second, but maybe the Clippers is just like anybody's kind of on the table. Would they think about like a Derrick Jones Jr. or anybody like that if they're kind of trying to go in somewhat of a youth movement in a way?
I got another player name and I asked, do you believe or do you know? He said 95% sure. I said, let me know when it's 100% sure.
Yeah.
I think with Kawhi, look, I forget if I said this honestly with you guys or early in the morning. Like we've been kind of all over the place here, but this is more speculation based than anything. There is so much rumor and innuendo right now around the league but prognosticating that there will be some type of suspension, punishment, whatever, levied on the Clippers and Kawhi. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I got no idea. I remember with Harden and Philly when there was some tampering stuff there, and there was like, the Sixers were going to get the whole book thrown at them. Like, they never really did. It was just a second-round pick or so. So I don't know what's going to go down. But I say that to say there's enough smoke in the air that will absolutely dissuade and deter some teams from going after and trading Kawhi Leonard. That is an undeniable fact right now. So we'll see what that ends up impacting things here. But yeah, a half hour to go. Zubac goes down. What other Clipper could get traded? Who's to say?
Yeah, I wonder if they would consider moving off. I mean, like they've got like Chris Dunn, Derrick Jones Jr., like a lot of interesting pieces on that team. And it's just crazy to think about the fact that like this is happening now when the Clippers, not when they were 6-21 and they, like Jake said earlier when we were talking.
I mean,
like, if
Zubac is on the move,
they pushed up to the play and they got to almost 500.
If Zubac is on the move, and James Harden just left, Kawhi Leonard's got to be on the table. I mean, I don't really see a world in him staying right now. Like, I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about it. I don't know if y'all think Kawhi might be gone soon. He might be gone soon, seriously. Like, it might be over for him. Let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section down below. 24, 28, 21, 21, 25, 29, 25. 33, 35, 26, 26, 25, 24, 45, 33, 40, 55, 41. He showed us coming back from injury. He putting in work. He is putting in work. He goes like a contender. Man, it could be scary. It really could be scary. Like, I don't know, man. If like I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna shut up.
Like a little bit in my evaluation of the Pacers in this deal because of how good that player could be that they get, but also, you think about the Clippers, like if they were able to turn out this terrible season into a young guy, Darius Garland.
I mean, I just don't know how to feel about this, man. Like, for Indiana, this makes them so much better. Like, you get a pick and roll guy in Zubac, doesn't really shoot the three, but like, I mean, here we go. Okay, Benedict Mathurin. Oh, you keep Obi Toppin. Whoa. Benedict Mathurin, Isaiah Jackson. How much is he making this year? Oh. 2 first-round picks and a 1. Okay, so I was right about the picks, at least 2. And 1 second-round pick to the Clippers. Oh, Kobe Brown. Okay, that's not bad, actually. Kobe Brown. Okay. All right. I don't really know much about Kobe Brown. I can't lie. I haven't really looked into his game that much this year. Can he shoot? Oh, God. Okay, yeah, he's okay. Little complimentary piece. But I like this, man. I really do. Clippers are receiving a 2026 first round pick from the Pacers. Protected 1 through 4 and 10 30 plus a 2029 unprotected first rounder. Okay. So they still keep that pick. Bro, they're finna be freaking nasty, dude. If they get a good pick this year in the draft, bro, Halliburton comes back. This is gonna look nasty. Like, genuinely, this is going to be a nasty team going forward. And I'm all in for it. Oh shoot, I clicked the wrong thing. I'm all in for it.
And Mathern is interesting and like a top pick. It's
Pacers 2031 unprotected pick.
Okay.
So
it's not bad. I mean, that's a W
crazy.
for the Pacers.
With like CJ
and the other
McCollum.
pick is 2029 unprotected.
Gotcha.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so great job from the Clippers, it sounds like. That's going to be a crazy
That strategized
lottery then,
organization.
Because 1 through 4, even if the Pacers end up with the top odds, like there's like a basically 50-50 chance if you take strictly a look at the lottery odds that they fall to number 5 and the Clippers get a top 5 pick in this year's draft.
They low key might happen. Honestly, if you're being real. Did the live just stop on me? But the live just stopped on me. Are we serious? Oh, okay, they've stopped. All right, that's not good. Okay, well, listen, I don't need it anyway. It's fine. But yeah, bro. I mean, just I like this from the Clippers, man. Clippers getting better. Like, they're building towards the future. How much? Hold on, let me see what Benedict Mathurin's been doing this year. I haven't watched a lot of Pacers because I only watched because of Halliburton, and now he's out, so I haven't really paid too close attention to them. But see, 18 points tonight, 43% from the field, can decently knock down the three, 37% from 3 off of 6 attempts a night. That's not bad at all. That's not bad whatsoever. Only played 28 games. I know he was out due to injury and returned recently. Yeah, 16, 15, 14. Once he gets in the groove, man, that's gonna be crazy. Once he gets in rhythm, it's gonna be nasty. So we'll see what happens with that. I keep hitting the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I'm gonna move this over here. So I guess it's not gonna work or something, or Raising Cane's.
When we take a shot, it's nothing but cane.
Sorry, we don't take shots over here, ma'am.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Let's go.
Whether you have money or not, I recommend you buy this. This telescopic clothes rack was a gift from my brother-in-law.
Not a blue chip young player, but close to it. If they get 5 and they're able to get either Caleb Wilson or Keaton Wagler, or maybe it's Kingston Flemings from Houston, they now have some building block that we did not think they were going to even come close to this year unless they somehow traded Harden or
How many people are
Kawhi
in this right now?
for a top 10 pick. So it reminds me, there was like a McCollum trade.
Good
I think
Lord.
with Josh Hart. It was like the Pelicans Blazers. I think there was something like this. It was a weird protection in a way, where it was like a double protection going forward, where it was like pick 1 protected and then it dropped a little bit. So yeah, this is interesting for the Pacers, and you got to be excited about Zubats with Halliburton.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be great. Jake, we appreciate you, man, breaking the trade to us, breaking down the picks and everything like that. It's fascinating. This is one of those deals that
it's fire, bro. Like, it low-key gets me hyped. Really like, I'm excited for Pacers basketball. That sounds weird to say, but like,
it is a lot. But I think it makes a good bit of sense at the same time. I love this. I would love to hear what y'all have to say in the chat. What are your thoughts on this trade? Like, how do you feel about the Pacers' involvement in this, the picks that they gave up, the Clippers? I think, again, I've made this point all throughout this season, which, by the way, Clippers picks so back on for the Thunder. Love to see that. I continue to make the point that the Clippers should sell high on some of these guys.
Yeah, because it makes all the sense in the world for them too, right? Because
sell
they
high
can
on
still
Kawhi.
create some cap flexibility.
You have to sell high on Kawhi.
We just saw Nikhil Alexander-Walker.
If we're getting, like I said, if we're getting rid of everybody, you got to sell high on
You
Kawhi.
can really get a difference maker right now. And as you were talking, I wanted to pull up the pick odds. So they're currently pick 3 in the draft, with the Pelicans and the Kings being worse. I mean, there's a 20% chance this pick, or excuse me, 7% chance it falls to 7, 26% chance it falls to 6, 15% chance it falls to 5. That's not nothing. Like, there's a chance the Pacers lose their first round pick, but they clearly view it as a 4-person draft, maybe if it's Caleb Wilson at number 4. I love this part of like NBA trades. I know it can get really complicated with protections and swaps and conveying.
Yeah, that John does
I
get
think this is
confusing.
fascinating because it kind of gives us a hint on the Pacers think it's a 4-person draft in a way, and they were willing to part ways with like whoever goes 5, whoever goes 6 in a scenario. So I wonder what's next for the Clippers. As Jake mentioned, like the Kawhi thing, I wonder if something actually did happen. Do you think I wonder if it would come down on the Clippers or it would come down on Kawhi or both?
Yeah, I guess I don't know how that would
both,
work if
honestly,
Kawhi got
both.
traded. Like,
I would think it's both.
It feels, it's tough to punish a different team that trades for him. Like, they don't know that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I would imagine it would mostly come down to the
That
Clippers.
might make
I don't
other
know.
teams scared to even try and
That's one of the most
do
intriguing
anything.
situations still in the NBA because
Make
it
a
happened
move.
preseason before the year in the summer when it's like we don't know what the Clippers are going to look like, but it felt like they made some good moves. They were going to be competitive, but that's hanging over them, and they're hosting the All-Star game, and then Kawhi doesn't make the All-Star game. It's like, what's happening with that? Like, what is going on? He's now added to the game. I don't know. That feels like it's so up in the air, and I could see really anything coming from that.
Guys,
It makes
please,
sense, though, that
if you're
teams
if
probably
you're
would
watching
trade
this
for
right
Kawhi,
now,
not only because
comment how you feel about this trade right now, because
of the injury risk.
I need
the
another opinion, bro.
ability to- Oh yeah, I see Lacey.
I need another opinion.
We got something.
Hey, we both get a check.
Yeah, we
on
get
the
the green
Zubac
check
trade.
mark. I'll take
Love
it.
to see that. Yeah, we'll take our check marks whenever. But yeah, I could see why teams would be hesitant to trade for Kawhi, not just because of the injuries and the the age, but also that looming over them. But the Pacers, they get a big man. We correctly predicted it. It ends up also being Isaiah Jackson, not Jarris Walker. So they keep Jarris Walker like my trade predicted, which I guess that's maybe a half X, half check or whatever. I'll take whatever I can get, to be honest. At this point, I shouldn't have put anything because now you're just
do what
gonna
I
full
did.
shit.
I did
should have
too
just
big.
done that. But it's good that they were able to keep him. And I am excited to see, Mathurin now just go out there and hoop in Los Angeles,
Same.
see what he can do.
I can't wait for
season.
that.
Him
That's
and
gonna be
Darius
peak
Garland is a really fun young
basketball,
backcourt.
man.
The youth movement has kind of started over there in Los Angeles, and we'll see how much they pursue it if they make any other moves
see how
at the
he's moving.
deadline. And we're within 30 minutes, man. There's 28 minutes left of the trade deadline. We still got Ja out there. We've still, of course, got Sabonis has been mentioned. A lot of the Mavericks guys. Does Gafford even go now? Now that the Pacers were able to get the big fish they were after, is Gafford someone that still gets dealt somewhere? I mean, the Lakers haven't done anything outside of the Luke Kennard edition. I had a tweet notification pop up a moment ago. The Miami Heat are the only team in the East to not make a trade at this point. After they were in all those Giannis conversations, nothing has happened for them. And could this mean that they're heavily pursuing John Morant? Yeah, here's the tweet up here. The Heat are the only Eastern Conference team that has not made a trade. Pat Riley smiling there. He was, hitting like the cha-cha and stuff over at the Heat Gala. He was going crazy. Nothing's happening. Like, is there something else that he still has to make happen that he believes that the Heat?
Okay, do you guys think that the Miami Heat are going to make a trade? Let me know that down below if you guys think the Miami Heat are going to make a trade. If it does happen, John Morant, I think he might go. Like, honestly, I think it makes sense. I like seeing John in the Miami Heat jersey, and I would love to see it. Honestly, although his numbers kind of fell down, but I mean, you get rid of Bane, Dylan Brooks has been gone. Triple J is gone now. It makes sense to kind of move on in a separate direction and move forward. I think they do have 12 first rounders now because of all the trades that went down. So I would sell Ja. I'd see what I can get out of Miami. They have players. They have some young talent over there. I would look to do that. Most definitely.
This is going to take it too nicely if they're the only team in the East not to make a trade.
Yeah, because there's not many NBA teams in general at this point that I'm thinking that haven't made a trade. Like, I'm thinking up and
everybody's
down
done
the standings.
something.
Like, almost everybody has
Everybody's
done something.
literally done
Like, if
something.
you're thinking of like the Nuggets, even though it was a luxury tax dump,
Yeah,
at least they did something. At least their
something.
fan base got to see a notification go through their phone.
You got that little dopamine hit from a notification from, our guy Jake Fisher or something like just give him something. One of my best friends is a Heat fan, and I was asking him, like, do you think you're going to get Giannis? And he's like, no, we're not going to get anyone. Nothing ever happens. Like,
every
in
team
Miami,
has
it's
done
just-
something.
They don't really
Portland's
do
done
anything. Like, they,
something.
traded away Jimmy Butler.
Freaking
They
New
got
Orleans
Jimmy
has
Butler
done
at one point.
something.
That was
The
a
Kings
massive
have done
acquisition.
something.
But since then, it really has just
The
been
Nets have
the
even
Heat
done
kinda
something.
stand
So
around and try to get
Miami's got to
stars,
lock
and
in
it
here
doesn't
and
work
figure out.
I wouldn't blame them necessarily if nothing too substantial happens, because maybe they do still believe they're one of the Giannis front runners if you get to the offseason. And we talked about, the Wolves or the Knicks, if they didn't make previous trades and give up assets, could they have gotten Giannis?
Yeah.
Maybe the Heat are seeing that and they're like, we don't want to do too much. We think we can get Giannis. But obviously that's been the story of the Heat for years, where it's like, oh, we're going to get Dame. Dame wants to come here. Like, it doesn't happen. He goes to Milwaukee instead to join Giannis. And then the Bradley Beal thing at one point. And now Giannis himself, even going back to like 2020, the rumor was after the Heat knocked off the Bucks.
Could the Heat try and swing for Giannis though? Like that's I don't know if they would even do that. Let me see here. How much is Giannis even making right now? Giannis is making a good amount of money right now. So, freaking, where is he? Yeah, bro. He's making a good amount. So, if the Heat try to even pursue this, they gotta heavy hammer this. Yeah, they're gonna have to throw in Tyler Hero, man. Tyler Hero, somebody else, a couple first, get the deal done.
Oh, the Heat conditions going into the year. It's weird what they're gonna end up doing because like they're gonna lose that Rozier contract. I'm not sure, like the legality of that if they're able to trade it. I'd assume so. It's weird, yeah. Like, are you just content? They're at the 7th seed. I don't think they're gonna pass Toronto or Philly at the end of it. I mean, would they actually listen on Hero? Maybe they'll get a trade, yeah, like done in the next 25 minutes, but their fans got to be a little bit upset.
Yeah, there's not a lot of time left. Yeah, looking up and down this board, they really are the only team that hasn't made a deal. Even the Raptors like got involved in the weird Chris Paul trade, and they got off, Ochai Agbaji. Like they got Trace Jackson Davis last night. Sixers have made some margin moves. Cavs added James Harden. Celtics have made some margin stuff. It's just, are the Bulls going to trade any of the guards? Or are they just going to go into the rest of the season and having Josh Giddey run the point center? I don't, new Jokic. I don't know. It's a weird situation over here in the
Bulls got to figure that out.
Miami is at. Again, I don't necessarily.
They got too many guards on the team right now.
Believing that maybe they could grab Giannis, but we'll have to wait and see. Over in the Western Conference, yeah, I believe the Rockets, I think, are the only trade thinking about the standings. And we can go ahead and pull them up real quick right here so we can just take a look at them and just get reference. But yeah, I think the Rockets are probably the only team out west I can think of because the Pelicans made a trade.
Yep.
The Kings, of course, trade away Keon Ellis if that counts as
wait,
the deadline.
Another trade just went down.
Yeah.
Another trade just went down.
Same with like Portland. They did
shut up. All right, guys. The Charlotte Hornets are trading Tyus Jones to the Dallas Mavericks for Malachi Branham. Told to tell ESPN the Mavericks have had interest in Jones this season and get him today. Hornets open up a $7 million trade exception. Okay, Tyus. I was typed in Trey Jones, bro. I don't know what I was on right there. Tyus Jones. Okay, Tyus played for Orlando. I'm making sure, bro. The Twins are throwing me off, bro. I apologize. He's piquing your interest right now, bro. Three points a night in like 16 minutes. 29% from three. This tickled your fancy? This got you to want to get Tyus Jones? All right. How old is he? 29? I mean, hey, bro, if y'all want, bro, go ahead. It's weird. All right, well, see what they have to say about it.
Anthony Davis got traded. Like, look at
other Thunder fans that wanted to see us make.
How do y'all feel about Tyus Jones going to the Mavericks? How do y'all feel about that? It's a lot of guards over there too, man. I mean, we have freaking Nembhard, Brandon Williams. I mean, I guess for a third string, it's not bad. I mean, you're not giving up a lot in freaking Malachi Branham at all. That's just me talking, but it's not. I mean, it's not bad. But we'll see what they have to say. I mean, any team could use more depth. I'm gonna say it that way. I'm gonna put it that way too.
Not expecting anything was never expecting anything.
See what they have to say.
Once we traded for Jared McCain, like that's kind of it. Clear up a roster spot because actually with adding in Mason Plumlee and then cutting
they must not know
the
about
reason
it.
we didn't just cut Usman.
I'm gonna put them on mute and let it still run
it's
though.
Literal
but,
like.
Dang. I mean, I don't know. To put him alongside Cooper Flag is gonna be like, oh shoot. Over tripping. Cooper Flag's been balling out these past 3 games. He's been putting on a show for all of us to see. He's not disappointing. This dude is freaking, how old are you again? 19? Yeah, 19 years old. He just turned 19 like 46 days ago. Dropping 49, 34, and 36. But all of them have been losses, which do freaking suck. I can't lie. But Cooper showing us, man, he here. He is here. He is here. I keep hitting that. Stop. Have they not seen this? Bro, what are y'all doing, bro? Lock in and cover it, bro. I'm trying to
work out for them.
Yeah, I mean it's the biggest move of the day.
What y'all gotta say,
we
bro.
can talk about it a little bit more here. We're gonna go over to our guy Mark Stein. Gonna go ahead and join us real quick here on the broadcast. Excited to hear your thoughts.
Wait,
Mark,
whoa,
on the
hold on,
acquisition.
wait. Okay, the Bucks and Suns have expanded this on the 3-team trade deal to include Chicago Bulls, Osmane Dang to Milwaukee, and Nick Richards to Chicago. Oh, wow. Okay. Over the last week, the Bucks have been focused on incoming calls for Giannis, and I've already read that. Okay, so the Bulls have this team. So Chicago Bulls to Milwaukee, and Nick Richards to Chicago. Well, at least they got a center now, so that's freaking great. They needed that because
how things went down there. How you feeling about that? The biggest move we've seen in quite a few hours.
I would say this deadline game, even though the Pacers have such a miserable record, and we've known the Pacers have won.
All right, I don't really feel like hearing what he has to say. Man, I mean, the biggest one that had me hyped was the Zubac trade. That's the only one that got me excited. I'm not gonna lie, I was happy as frick to see that. Yeah, bro. We might see the Heat or the Rockets make a last-ditch effort to try and do something. It may not be big, but it might be small. I don't know. It's on them, though. But yeah, Nick Richards to Chicago. I don't really mind that, honestly, in my opinion, that he's going there. What has he done this season? 3 points, a block a night, getting 3 rebounds, 49% from the field. It's not bad. Put him alongside Josh Giddey. They could be something decent. I'm not going to say dangerous, but they could be something decent. In a playing setting, they could probably be lethal, but we'll just have to see how that goes for them. Still going. What are they talking about? I forgot they show ads on here. Oh, I don't want to sit through that. But there's no way. Bro, I went back for a reason because they didn't show freaking ads. What the frick is that? Granny, go sit somewhere in a rocking chair. You need to calm down. What the frick are we doing? Here we go. Now, I'm just waiting. 17 more minutes, guys. And the trade deadline is over. This feels so weird, bro. I can't lie. This. All right, let me go ahead.
They did sneak up on people to a degree, but I think also the fact that Cleveland was interested and Harden saw that as a place that he could get himself to and likely get an extension out of it as well. Jake reported on my Substack yesterday that the anticipation is that Harden is going to come away with a 2-year extension this offseason, which, with the Clippers, he was on a 2-year deal, but that player option was very, it's very uniquely structured where only $13 million of it is guaranteed. Harden could have picked up the extension, and by July 11th, the Clippers could have traded him to another team or just waived him and reduced that number by $29 million. So, yeah, I mean, the Clippers, this is because of the 17-4 run, this is not the direction I think rival teams were expecting the Clippers to go to trade 2 of their 3 best players.
Yeah, and it's...
And sorry, I got to sneak looks at my phone as I talk to you guys. I promise I am dialed in and listening to every word.
It's interesting too, as we were talking about before,
yeah,
just all this transpiring so quickly, and we were also mentioning with Jake earlier the possibility of nothing's maybe come up yet, but the idea if the Clippers are willing to put everybody on the table, and we're talking about Kawhi Leonard itself and everything that could kind of transpire with that, and what's going on with everything that happened in the offseason, is that scaring off a team that's still trading for a top player in the NBA, but a potential could the league come down on something later on, and a team doesn't want to give up $50 million in matching salary and picks for Kawhi if they're just going to get hit with some type of suspension in a way. So do you think that could transpire maybe within the next 15 minutes, or this is something we're going to talk about in the offseason?
There clearly isn't a bunch of time left right now, but are the Clippers' phones ringing? You would have to think yes. I mean, I've seen deals come together.
Yeah, I mean, we only have 14 minutes left, bro. I can't lie. I mean, if anything big goes down, I'm going to be surprised. Maybe somebody pulls off a last-minute ditch effort to try and call up the Clippers. Hey, let me get Kawhi Leonard off your hands. Maybe, but I don't know.
literally, and they determined that to have been done before 3 o'clock or not. So the league ultimately makes the call there. But if something gets super hot at 2:57, you at least have the chance to get it on the league's radar. And again, this has been a surprise-filled deadline. So I'm not going to rule out anything until we get to 3 p.m. Eastern. I think we just have to see what actually happens here. But again, if we would have done this last Friday, you guys would have been telling me what a brutal deadline this has been. Trae Young to Washington's the only deal. And, since then, we've seen James Harden, Darius Garland, Jaren Jackson Jr., Nikola Vucevic, and Anthony Davis, all recent All-Stars, get moved. And last February's trade deadline was so wild, I think a lot of people were expecting that this one, we have to scale back. It can't be as active as that. And, yet again, we're in the 20s with trades. That's another thing. People thought that we're in the aprons era. The aprons era has destroyed the trade deadline. The first two trade deadlines of the apron era, we averaged 26 trades. And I think when all of these trades are added up, and we always have to wait to see how they get accounted for in the end, how, sometimes the league
I'm sorry, guys. My legs had to stretch, bro. I'm
something
sitting here
tells
for a
me
minute.
we're going to end up with at least 25 trades when today's business is all said and done.
Yeah, there are certain deadlines where it feels like, things happen so frantically. Like some deadlines, there are all these rumors leading up. This is one, the Jaren Jackson Jr. trade feels like it came out of nowhere to the Utah Jazz, and then Anthony Davis to the Wizards. We've only got 13 minutes left here. So I did want to ask you real quick about Ja Morant. He's one of the big dominoes that it felt like might fall.
Ben Mathurin and Malika Ivica Zubac is going to the Indiana Pacers, I'm told. Ben Mathurin and Isaiah Jackson, as well as significant draft compensation, is going to the Clippers. Still waiting on what that draft compensation is, but clearly the Pacers wanted a center after losing Miles Turner in free agency last offseason. That's what this has been about. They scoured the market searching for centers, whether it was Daniel Gafford, Ivica Zubac, Yves Missy. There was a laundry list of big men that they were looking into and trying to find someone that Tyrese Halliburton was going to be excited about, someone that they could pair with for the next few years once Tyrese Halliburton is back next season from his torn Achilles. But this Tyrese Halliburton, Ivica Zubac pairing is something the Pacers are very excited about. They've landed Ivica Zubac from the Clippers.
They have the Pacers do their center of the
I
future.
do have details,
Okay.
Malika. It's Ivica Zubac and Kobe Brown for 2 first-round draft picks from the Pacers and 1 second-round pick. The first, one of the first is in 2029.
Deep voice. I know y'all heard that.
Unprotected from the Pacers, and then there's another one from this year that does have protection.
All right. Wow. A lot of picks flying around in this deal as well. Shams, thank you very much for that insight. We'll let you get back to work.
Malika, thank you for nothing. You did absolutely nothing. All right, anyways.
All here at the deadline after Desmond Bain got traded this summer. Now Jaren is dealt over.
Oh my! See, that's what I get. It's cool too. That's what I get. It's okay. It's fine. Can I skip this? Come on, bro.
Again, sometimes those deals leak out at 3:05 or 3:08 because they were verbally agreed to so close to 3 o'clock. So the Grizzlies are certainly
Malika
trying.
looks so happy.
Sacramento's the team
I'm sorry.
that's most often mentioned, but there's been pretty consistent pushback emanating from Sacramento about how serious that is, and we'll see the result after 3 p.m. here. We'll see the result here soon of, which whispers were the most accurate. That Memphis had
10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes.
Sacramento wasn't as interested as
10 minutes, bro.
We will get that soon.
And it's just like the Heat being kind of linked to any star name that comes around, right? It's been going back to like Jimmy Butler, post Jimmy Butler. Obviously, a team linked to Ja Morant as well. As Cohen mentioned, the only team in the East not to make a trade yet here. With 10 minutes to go still, so the Heat can still do something. Do you think the Heat, Mark, are going to maybe end up getting anything to transpire in the next 10 minutes, or are they looking at the 26 offseason?
I think they have to be careful only from the perspective of Giannis Antetokounmpo has not been traded yet, and we know the Heat are interested. So anything Miami does try to do here in the next 10 minutes, I imagine they don't want to do anything that in any way takes them out of the Giannis sweepstakes. Obviously, that race for Giannis is going to get more crowded. More teams are going to come into it after the playoffs. Teams that we don't even know yet. There might be a team or two that has a bad postseason and it changes what they're looking to do long term. But so I would imagine, look, I'm sure Miami is kicking every tire it can reach, but they got to be careful with, every team has a limited asset pool. And obviously, if the Bucks were not interested in talking Giannis with anybody now, when
I'm guessing the Kings are going to just
Miami
wait
and Golden State and Minnesota
to do
were all
things
really
till the
aggressively
offseason.
pursuing him.
They got
the Heat are going to
DeAndre
factor
Hunter,
that into anything that
and
could
that
pop
was it.
here in the last few minutes.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about this a little bit. So Matt's a Knicks fan, and we talked about how maybe the Knicks.
They don't have a surprising young core. So, with that being said, I mean, they gotta make this shake, man. In the offseason, all three of these guys got to go. LaVine, Sabonis, and DeMar DeRozan, they got to go. Possibly Malik Monk as well. But they got to make some kind of moves towards the future. They can't stay in this purgatory land of, well, we're trying to be young but also compete at the same time. No, especially with LaVine and DeMar on the same team. Nah, bro. That's not going to work. I'm sorry. That can't happen.
Would have been more likely.
It can't, and it will not happen.
Imagine something crazy happens in the playoffs and they lose in the first round or even the second round. Then I think there will be a call for hey, break this thing up. Let's do something drastic. Let's go after Giannis now. I mean, they went 2-9 recently, but they bounced back with 8 straight wins. They've gotten past the noise, and they're looking good again.
Warriors
and
are
look,
cooked.
this is
No,
an
they
Eastern
right.
Conference we know. Detroit,
Warriors are cooked.
which none of
My
us
team.
have properly credited
Fried
for
as
the
frick.
first half and change they've had. But Detroit, this group has only been in one playoff series. The Celtics and the Cavs think they've gotten better at this trade deadline, but in the East, the Knicks are, if you polled 29 other front offices, I think they would tell you the Knicks are the favorites to come out of the East as we speak. But if things don't go well in the playoffs, they may well want to pivot to something dramatic if they were upset in round 1 or round 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's. Would you break it up if the Knicks lose in the first round for Giannis?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, honestly. I mean, the Knicks, when you're looking at the Tatum injury and the Halliburton injury, I think same as the Cavs, it's just like this wide open landscape in the Eastern Conference, and you're putting together this team that Jalen Brunson took a pay cut for to have all these wings and some of his friends around him. You have Karl Anthony Towns, who's one of the best three-point shooters as a big man we have seen, or one of the best. If they lose in round 1 or round 2, I'm definitely thinking, okay, if there is a Giannis offer on the table in the offseason, and we're keeping, obviously, Brunson, he's the one untouchable, what do we end up kind of going forward with
games.
If that's the best thing for the franchise? Is Milwaukee interested in
second overtime against the Nuggets last
Milwaukee
night.
interested in one of the wings, either for now or for the future? So, yeah, round 1 or even round 2, honestly. Maybe if it's round 2 against, I don't think there's even a round 2 team, because the Celtics don't have Jason Tatum this year. So if they lose to a Jason Tatum-less Celtics team in round 2,
gotta be awful.
I think that's good enough to say this is the ceiling maybe of this core.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Knicks team that, the Giannis situation has been popping up ever since this past summer, where it's like, hey, we, do we want to trade for Giannis? Giannis apparently wanted to go there. Nothing came to fruition. And ultimately now it's, kind of a waiting game with Giannis and the rest of the league at this moment, with him not being traded here at the deadline. 5 minutes to go. Have seen that Tyus Jones is getting traded to the Dallas Mavericks, hearing that that's a trade that has just happened. Anything to note on Dallas, Mark, with 5 minutes left? Any other moves you think they might potentially make? I know Gafford was a name.
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah, Indiana was definitely interested in Gafford, but, they made Jake. I remember Jake reporting this months ago about Indiana's interest in Walker Kessler. My good friend Chris Haynes, I think he's reported at some point in the last hour that Indiana made another run at Kessler, but confusion time. The Jazz have been pretty strong in signaling that even though they couldn't come to an agreement with Walker Kessler before the season, they want to keep Walker Kessler. He's going to be a restricted free agent. They want to keep him, even though now they have Lowry Markkinen and Jaren Jackson Jr., they're going to have a jumbo-sized front line, but that is what Utah
He's like the Cavaliers 2.0.
wants to do. So
just instead of like
the Pacers
having Mobley and
all
freaking
season long, the Clippers have been saying
Jared Allen,
they don't want to
you
move
just replace
Zubac,
that
but
with
it's gonna
Kessler
take
and
2 firsts
Triple
for
J.
you to get our attention.
Put Lowry back
And
at the 3.
At the end, before the deadline, the Pacers decided, okay, we'll surrender those 2 firsts. And again, like I love this move for Indiana to, they're going to be one of those teams that after All-Star break is going to be tanking because they want to get the highest possible pick to bring in a great young player, but they're getting Halliburton back next season. Siakam's an All-Star, and now they've got Zubac.
Yeah, I think it's over, guys. We got 3 minutes left to the end of this, and then it's over.
From the Dallas
I don't think anything else is going to go down today.
Jake reported this, and he is absolutely correct. Tyus Jones was, if the Mavs were looking at free agent point guards in the summer, if you had access to the Mavericks wish list, Tyus Jones was at the top of it. But Tyus Jones signed a deal in Orlando in free agency that was more expensive than the Mavs could spend at that point because of apron restrictions. The Mavericks signed D'Angelo Russell because they only had the 5.7 taxpayer mid-level exception, and that was the price range for D'Angelo Russell. They signed Russell. It didn't work out. You saw he fell out of favor very quickly. And so the Mavs have needed a point guard for the longest time. As much as they love everything that Cooper Flagg does, they would like to play him with a traditional point guard some. Brandon Williams and Ryan Nebhart have had their moments, but
I guess we got 2 minutes.
They will
2 minutes, and then it's up and over.
Tyus Jones' hands.
Yeah, Mark, we're speaking on Dallas here with your kind of ties around the city and stuff, and we kind of knew that an Anthony Davis trade could transpire at the deadline. Were you ultimately shocked that it ended up being the Washington Wizards, or do you think that was always something that could potentially happen?
No, I mean, it's funny. Jake and I have been talking about this a lot. On Tuesday, there were rumblings about there's a secret team in the East, and we dismissed it a little bit, but there was a secret team in the East. It was Washington, because would you, on January 1st, was anybody expecting Washington to be willing to take on Trae Young? No. And they did it again, a very similar trade. They saw an opportunity to get Trae Young and Anthony Davis at very favorable price points, and they made the move.
I think we're done, guys.
On their terms.
There's 1 minute left.
Is it 3 o'clock yet? Are we close?
It's like a couple seconds, bro.
It's 2:58. We're right here. It's
home
a
stretch.
couple minutes left. And any last second deals?
I didn't want to ramble in case you guys want to announce that the buzzer has sounded.
We got 1 minute here left.
Yeah, 1 minute.
It's been a crazy one. Like it's been
Heat didn't do anything.
We appreciate
the
you joining
Rockets
us amongst all this
didn't do
this
anything.
chaos that's going on. Just waiting to see if any last dominoes
nothing.
fall. I do see the Bulls got someone who's not a guard in Nick Richards. That's cool. Good for them to get someone who's not a guard.
Got some size.
But yeah, we'll see here. We have about pulling up the clock app, so we got about 30 seconds left.
It's
Can
almost
John
over,
Morant
man.
find a new home in 30 seconds? How quickly can a team get that call into the league office?
I know. We'll sometimes see the trade that goes down at like 3:02 because it's like still in paperwork or whatever. It's still kind of getting down. So I wonder if that is something that would happen here.
I'm gonna stay till like
over the next few minutes.
3:05, and then I'm gonna go ahead and leave.
Kind of like
or in the stream.
And what's gonna end up happening?
Yeah, we're waiting for the ball to
Are we
drop.
trading for Jake Fisher at 3 p.m.? I thought
It's
this
3.
was his show, and this
It's 3
guy
o'clock.
he's blanked me. He's disappeared.
Yeah, we have a last second acquisition, I believe, who will be coming in here in a moment. I'm getting the call from the league office. The paperwork's going through. We decided to give up a first-round pick for him. We didn't want to, but ultimately we made the move to give one up to get Jake back here. And it is 3 p.m., so we have hit the time.
Yeah.
The trade deadline has officially come and gone. We'll see if anything last trickles in. But, yeah, I believe we should be getting our trade deadline acquisition of Jake Fisher here in a moment. But... yeah, we'll see anything. And
can't believe Miami didn't make a trade.
Yeah, Miami did
at least
nothing.
That we know of. I'm really surprised.
Mark, off the bat, do you have a team that, if we're just saying everything's
The Rockets
done now, do you have a
did
team that is,
nothing
like,
and
the
Miami
biggest
did nothing.
winner of the trade deadline?
Well, look, I know you guys want to proclaim those things 30 seconds after it happened. I am old and much more nuanced and reasoned. Like I said, I really like what Indiana did. Look, I generally do want to hat tip aggression, and both Utah and Washington were aggressive, teams that are not known as free agent destinations. Jaren Jackson Jr., obviously defensive player of the year level talent. His rebounding is something that's always going to be put under the microscope and dissected by critics. It's going to be a very big front line, but Utah, the Jazz and the Wizards, that's two teams that are sick of losing. The Jazz they traded away Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell in the summer of 2022. The Wizards haven't been in the playoffs since 2021, and these teams want to win. They know it's difficult to get free agents, and so they saw opportunities and made big trades. And generally, I think you want to applaud that.
Yeah, well, our deadline acquisition has come in here. We've
so I guess we're
acquired
done.
Jake Fisher in a deal over here to Studio D on floor 2. So, yeah, good to see you, man. Good to see you. How you feeling? Deadline wrapped up.
Oh my God, that was a chaotic last little stretch. Still, I mean,
2 minutes later, POV, Giannis just got traded. That'd be freaking crazy if that happened. But
on John Morant, doesn't seem like it unless there's some. I mean, I got definitive word that Domas. There would have to be. Stein would know this better than me. There would have to be a trade call already into the league office. Like you can't just like make a deal at 3:02.
Yeah, you have to note I mean, the exact specifics of it are still a bit murky. This is my 33rd deadline, and I'm still trying to figure that out. But if you got something cooking at 2:55, you have to notify the league and get approval that, yes, you guys are far enough along that we consider
it's like if you're not going to trade Giannis, you got to make something
this
happen.
legal
Though.
by
Like,
3 p.m. because the trade calls will actually start now. That's why you'll see trades that we know
still
about
on this disgusting
till 8
booty
p.m. or 9
team.
p.m. or even
This
later.
Buns
tonight.
organization.
It takes a while. You have to get approval from. You have to convince the league that yes, like you can't trick them and say, hey, we're like you got like they can say yes, we approve this or
they made
no, it's
no
too late.
moves, bro. Really.
Yeah, I mean, well, the jaw thing. I thought something might get done. It's like you were saying, Mark.
All right,
it's
guys.
tough
Well,
with
I'm
the
done.
Grizzlies having,
I
a higher
sat here for about
valuation
2
of a lot.
hours. My knees are cooked. I cannot lie. I feel like Unk right now. Well, I guess we're done. Because
obviously we saw Trae Young didn't get moved
303.
very much. CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert, and if no team is willing to throw in anything that the Grizzlies were interested in, they could.
Yeah, I mean, if something else goes down, I don't know. I guess I have to cover it. But yeah, comment, guys, please. Let me know how you feel about this trade deadline. A lot of stuff went down. Last year's was crazy. This year's was very unique. And I mean, bro, great trades. My favorite one was this one for the future for Indiana. That's just me. I'm not a Pacers fan. I am a Golden State fan. But yeah, I mean, just looking at this and seeing it, definitely was big. It was huge trade deadline. Yeah, still seeing Kuminga in a Atlanta jersey just doesn't fit right with me. Same with AD in a Wizards jersey, doesn't fit right with me either. But I guess it is what it is. So yeah, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and hop on out of here, guys. Like I said, I guess we're done. So
a league executive, a longtime veteran executive said.
Yeah, they're gonna start yapping. I don't feel like hearing that. All right, guys. Well, hopefully you all have a blessed day. The next live stream, I don't know when that's gonna be. But hey, I'll be here soon, I guess. Probably a gaming live stream after this soon or later. But yeah, that's it, guys. I'm done. I've done my due diligence, and yeah, we're done. So yeah, hopefully you all do have a blessed day. If you are here, definitely check out the other NBA videos I've made. And you should definitely subscribe to the channel. I plan on doing more NBA live streams like this. And yeah, I'm excited. So that's it. And hopefully you all do have a blessed day. And of course, yours truly, Mr. Beard, is out.